Is it time for recess yet? I'm so glad you found time to join us here on the Child Care Director's Chair, where Erica Sacoccio shares her best practices that she's refined through her passion of directing childcare centers over the last 23 years. From parenting interaction, systems to save you time, money, and stress, to profitability. She shares it all from the Child Care Director's Chair.
Let me ask you something. You've got the classroom on lock, your lesson plans are solid, your kids, they're learning, and the families adore you. You are that teacher. But now what? Have you ever walked through the building and thought you could run this place better? Or why does leadership decisions feel so disconnected from the real work? Then this episode is for you. Because here's the truth. Being an incredible teacher doesn't automatically make you an effective leader. It gives you insight, sure. It gives you foundation. But to run a center, to lead a full team, guide operations, and move an entire culture, well, for that, you need a new mindset, a wider lens, let's say, and a totally different skill set. Now, welcome back to the Child Care Director's Chair, where we spill the real tea on leading with heart, purpose, and vision in early childhood education. I'm your host, Erica Sacoccio, and today we're talking about what it looks like to boss up and lead beyond the classroom walls. So let's go. 1. Why your mindset is your first leadership upgrade. Before you touch a budget, lead a meeting, or make a center-wide decision, you need a total mindset shift. Leadership isn't about evaluation, not perfection. You see, teachers are trained to execute flawlessly, but leaders must learn to elevate others, even when that means not doing things quite your way. If you insist on perfection, you're going to stifle initiative, and you certainly don't want to do that. The internal shift from what do I need to what does the system need? In the classroom, your decisions revolve around your room. As a center leader, your choices must account for how one moves, how it affects your enrollment, your staffing, morale, compliance, family trust, and the list goes on. And that, my friends, takes maturity and emotional intelligence. Expect resistance, not applause. Great teachers are often praised daily, but leaders, not so much. You may go weeks without hearing thank you. You'll need to lead from values, not validation. You're also going to have to drop that hero complex because you're not stepping into leadership to save people. You're here to build capacity, remove roadblocks, and coach people towards their excellence, not just mimic yours. Here's something I want you to think about. Write this down. What do I believe leadership requires of me? What fears do I have about leading adults instead of the children? And how am I going to prepare to make the mental shift? You see, a center is an ecosystem, not just a room. To lead effectively, you must stop seeing your program as isolated parts and start understanding it is one living, breathing ecosystem. Everything is connected. A teacher's burnout may be a symptom of poor scheduling, or a parent complaint might stem from inconsistent communication. See, no issues live in a silo. And you need to think like a systems leader. Start asking yourself, where are there inefficiencies? What small issues keep repeating? And where do we lose time, energy, and trust? You have to audit the full experience, from a parent's first phone call with the teacher, a teacher's first interview. Every touch point should be intentional. And look for those weak handoffs, or unclear expectations, or inconsistent follow through. And the environment is a teacher too. The way that your center smells, the way it looks and feels teaches your staff and your families what you value. Are we communicating excellence or are we just getting by? So do an ecosystem walk and observe. Look at your front entrance, transitions between classrooms, maybe nap time noise levels, or how staff greet families, and where that clutter lives. That drives me crazy. And don't forget the quote unquote off the clock spaces like your break room and your supply closets and how they are treated. Because each of these tell you whether your ecosystem is thriving or just surviving. Now, you're going to become a detailed oriented teacher to a strategic problem solver because leadership is not about solving problems fast, it's about solving the problems right at a systems level. Operational versus strategic thinking. Like operation, you're thinking who's covering the 2-year room today, where strategic might look like we're consistently short staffed in the 2-year-old room. Strategy looks for trends, not just tasks. And decisions as dominoes. Every leadership decision affects multiple departments. You must think 2, 3, 4 moves ahead. If I change this, how will it affect that? It needs to become a reflex. And the best way to do that is to use your tools, your data, your feedback, and forecasting. Track your parent complaints. Are they about one issue or do you notice a pattern? Use your incident reports to identify hot zones. If you keep getting accidents on the swing set, you might need to look at your swing set. And look at your calendar and ask, am I working in the center or am I working on the center? And you don't have to solve everything, but you do need to solve what matters most. So start asking yourself, is this a high leverage decision? If not, either delegate it or delay. Take a reoccurring issue like maybe late pickups or supply shortages or staff frustration and run it through this lens. What's the root cause? Is this a center wide impact? And what system or process could prevent this? And as we start wrapping up, I want you to think about how to spot center wide opportunities for improvement. What if you want to lead at the next level? Then you must develop a sharp, discerning eye for where growth is hiding in plain sight. Diagnose before you prescribe. Not every complaint needs a new policy. Some problems just need a conversation, not control. Learn to ask better questions before jumping into action, especially when you're new. That's something we're all so tempted with wanting to do. Find your lagging indicators, like staff turnover or a drop in inquiries and they start slowing down, or a parent emails increasing. These are signs, not causes. Read them like clues. Run to strategic listening sessions, like quarterly roundtables with staff, parents, or even your older kids if you run a school age program. These can often uncover hidden friction points and spark innovation and solutions. And track moments of inconsistency. Do policies change depending on who's on duty? Are staff expectations clear and consistently reinforced? And is there a procedure that everyone is doing differently? If so, you've got to figure out what needs to be fixed. And a great opportunity tracker would be just keep a journal or spreadsheet. And every time something goes wrong, don't blame, just log it. And at the end of the month, review it. What trends do you see? And now solve those. And again, building a leader's daily mental habits, because leadership isn't just what you do, it's who you become. And becoming takes discipline. You need rituals before reactions. So don't let other people's chaos dictate your leadership and the tone in which you run. Begin each day with a grounding ritual gratitude list, a goal review, a short meditation. That's one of my favorites. And whatever keeps you grounded and works for you, that's great. Continue to do that. As long as it helps you gain clarity, consistency, because then you get culture. People don't need to be perfect. They need you to be predictable. They need you to be consistent, because consistency builds trust faster than charisma ever will. Ask yourself, what only can I do today? And really, the things that only you can do. And focus on tasks and conversations that require your leadership mind. Other than that, delegate everything else. And reflect. If you had a bad day, don't spiral. Reflect with intention. What can I learn? What will I do differently? Who do I need to follow up with? And write down in a journal, what you observed, what decisions you made, what did you model that you're proud of? Because those things will really help you keep your finger on the pulse. And you know what? If you're going to lead at this level, you're also going to need tools. And that's why I love Jackrabbit Care. Their center management software is designed to help leaders like you get out of the weeds and into their purpose. From registration to staff scheduling to billing, Jackrabbit helps you build smooth systems so you can lead without burnout. So check out the link in the show notes and give yourself the gift of operational peace. Well, we made it. You just took a masterclass in leveling up in your leadership. But remember, bossing up is a process. You don't need to have it all figured out to start. You just need to start thinking bigger. So here's what I want from you. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, because we are on a mission to hit 100 reviews by the end of the summer. And it would mean the world to me if you'd pause for 30 seconds and tell us what you love about the show. Did something resonate with you? Are you using this podcast as part of your leadership growth? Did it help you finally see yourself as more than just a teacher? Because you are more than just a teacher. Leave a few words, drop us those stars, and help other amazing leaders like you find the Child Care Director's Chair. Until next time, keep reflecting, keep rising, and always remember, you were never meant to stay the same.
Well, all the cute little kiddos have been picked up and it's time to go home. And that'll do it for another episode of the Child Care Director's Chair. Please leave a review so Erica knows the information is helping you to manage and improve your childcare centers. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episode from Erica's Child Care Director's Chair.